Would you dare walk into the most dangerous abandoned hotel in town?
Out, I almost fell in that hole.
From taking the risk to paying the price, this is Bedir Al-Shoaib and you are watching I came across an article about an abandoned hotel in the middle of Cairo, known for its weird past and freaky stories. It was rated as the most dangerous abandoned hotel in Egypt, probably the world. This is SIAG Pyramids Hotel. I decided to face the news and prove that it's not as the claims are. However, I was warned by several locals to avoid going there because of its shady past, but I was persistent and getting there wasn't hard. My visit was both terrible and at the same time beneficial, and in this video I will only talk about the horrific experience I had.
The story behind this hotel is that it was built by two brothers, and around the late 80s they bankrupt. After the hotel was shut down and went bankrupt, people, this is funny because people used to come and steal stuff from the hotel. Like when the hotel shut down, everything was in there. It was the walls, the flooring, the beddings, the furniture, everything was there. But as the years went by, people who used to build out their houses, instead of going and buying new stuff and new furniture, they used to come and steal the hotel's furniture, flooring, the toilets and everything. They used to steal them to furnish their house. I think this is the most funniest thing I've heard. Until like the hotel completely became lifeless, I guess. As you can see right now, we're walking down the hallways of this hotel, and these are all the hotel rooms. So why is this hotel claimed as the most dangerous hotel in Egypt, or the most dangerous abandoned hotel in Egypt? It's because after the hotel shut down and of course people started stealing stuff from it, it was set on fire twice, and then the third time it was set on fire during the revolution, and then it became this dark ashes of a hotel, and it became a house for all the street kids, all the homeless people, and the people who do drugs, and all those like troubled people living around the area. Hence, it became a source of trouble. Like the neighborhood, this neighborhood was very dangerous to walk at night because it was right close to the hotel, like it's in front of the hotel, and people used to get kidnapped and mugged, and it was not safe for women to walk alone at night. It was so dark at night, and a lot of people complained. So it's actually not that scary, but I'm here in the daytime. I would imagine how it would look like at night. But I mean, like, this hotel story is like it's been 5, 6, maybe around 10 years. So probably things change around. I assume these stories happened at the beginning, and especially after the Egyptian Revolution, or during the Egyptian Revolution, when, I mean, you know, you've been watching Hollywood movies, you know what happens in revolutions. Imagine this hotel being abandoned and then the revolution happens. Like, seriously, a lot of things could happen. Let's see what's on top of the roof. This is at the top of the roof of the hotel, And apparently this is where the helicopter used to land. And this is the view at the top. And here behind me you can see the pyramids from the top of the roof. There they are. I don't know, you can't see them really well in the video because in real life they look so huge. Some of the haunting stories of this hotel was that they found 3 brothers, 3 kids killed, and they're left here inside this hotel. And one of the other stories that was told was that a female lawyer claimed that she was kidnapped by 4 men and they raped her inside this hotel. She said, quote, they were wolfmen. Of course, she was referring to them being very brutal in the way they treated her like wolves. One claimed story was that they found a burglar. He was killed and thrown down the elevator shaft. They found him inside the elevator. Look at the hotel from outside. I can't imagine the people they stripped it from everything. Everything is gone. And the fires, like, it's like as if it looks like a building that's just being built. Like if this is a new building being built, the hotel looks just like it. It's like still in its black and white stages. Oh my god, like there's not even one single room where is any sign of it being a hotel. One other thing that the neighbors don't like about this hotel whenever it was up and running is that like the neighborhood is a very simple living people. Like they're not modern as in like outgoing, more like the style of villagers. They're the way they think. So everything is conservative. So this hotel back in the 80s had a casino or a disco or a nightclub, whatever it was. Oh, I almost fell in that hole. Okay, anyway, back to the story. Whoa, can you imagine if I fell through there? That's scary. Back to the story. And the nightclub is a place, of course, where people go drink, party, and in the Arab world, a nightclub is more of a hookup place. Men used to go in, they're single, and they come out with females. And they walk down the street, go to their cars, they pick them up. So that the neighbors did not like that. So when the hotel was abandoned, it was time for payback. So they lit the hotel on fire twice. And then the last fire came during the Egyptian revolution. I mean, that was like the third, third is a charm. So yeah, that was the last time the place was set on fire. And then people started complaining, the neighbors are complaining because of all the crimes and all the fires, and they were like demanding to shut down this place permanently and like put some security on it or something like that, and probably sell it, make it something useful. But there's so much debt in this place, the bank owes so much money that no one wants to buy it and no one wants to sell it, because if they sell it, it's a big loss. And whoever's gonna buy it has to invest a lot of money in it. Currently, people saying that there are some people who are bidding on it, but it's still not confirmed, like if it's gonna be sold or not. I mean, seriously, you would think you would survive this hotel, but basically I did not survive, and I'll tell you the story. So there were like people who are guarding this hotel or something like that. I don't know what they do. Anyway, so they saw me and they were like, they took my phone and they didn't give it back to me until I paid them, because I was taking videos and I was like walking around this junk of a hotel. And like after negotiating with them like over an hour, I had to pay. Otherwise they wouldn't even leave me. I was like asking them to go to the ATM to get some money for them, and they wouldn't even let me. It's like so stupid. I was telling them I don't have money. They wanted like, at first they wanted $3,000, and I'm like, you guys are crazy. Who carries $3,000 and walks around with it. Like, that's so crazy. And then like I was negotiating with them, and then it turns out like they wouldn't go down 1,000 Egyptian pound. I was like, dude, can I just give you 500 and erase everything from the phone? They're like, no, you're not leaving without 1,000. And then like, it was like a gang. I had to drive with someone to an ATM. Actually, I had money. I just pretended I did not have. Anyway, because I had more than 1,000 Egyptian pound, and I didn't want to risk that, them seeing me with that money and trying to count it to 1,000. So I was pretending like I didn't have enough money, so I had to go to the ATM, and then I went to the ATM with someone who was like with me, but he didn't know what's happening. He was just there like with me, and I was like, can I go to the restroom? And I went to the restroom, and I calculated 1,000, and I hid everything in my socks and everything, and all my other ATM cards just in case. And then I pretended that I took some money, and I went back, and I was like, here, I have my 1,000. And now I just got back my phone, and he's like, oh, if you want to continue filming, feel free to go film. And I'm like, okay, can I? Thank you, please, I want to make use of my money. Anyway, so yeah, I did not survive. I got mugged inside the hotel. So yeah, this is the story of this dangerous hotel in Egypt. And yeah, I confirm, it is like all those stories, I believe them now.
This was the end of my terrible morning on this day. But stay tuned for the second part of my adventure during the afternoon, when I went to visit one of the lesser known pyramids in Egypt, and how this incident helped save my life there. Coming up next in my upcoming video, so don't forget to subscribe, like, comment, and share.